All right, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
LanguageCert Achiever B1, Entry Level 3, International, ESOL speaking. Hello, my name's Angelina. What's your name?
My name is Sajan Ahmad Chaudhary.
Can you spell your family name for me, please?
Chowdhury.
Thank you. Which country are you from?
I'm from Bangladesh.
Thank you. Now part 1. I'm going to ask you some questions about yourself.
Okay.
Let's talk about life in the countryside. In your
Okay.
opinion, how life in the countryside is different from life in the city?
Well, there's a lot different between countryside and city. In the city, there's always lots of things going on like traffic, sounds, air pollution. But on the other hand, countryside is always calm, nice, fresh air. So there's lots of different, I would say.
All right. Do you think it is important to learn English? How do you learn English?
Of course, yes. Learning English is significant for nowadays to communicate. So for communicating people nowadays, English is really important. I I follow I follow watching movie and listening English podcast to learn English. And
Thank
sometimes I
you.
use
Tell me about the friends that you've made recently.
well, last night I went to the gym and I met a guy. His name is X, and we had a chat about workout, and we become friend.
All right. Tell me about your favorite places in your hometown and how often do you go there?
Okay, my favorite place in my town is our local playground. I I all the time when I go back to my hometown, I go there to play game like cricket, football, badminton. So the local playground is my favorite in my hometown.
Tell me how your life has changed in a recent decade.
Yeah, so it's changed a lot, I would say, because used to I like 5 years ago I was a full-time student, but nowadays I'm doing job. So comparing this, I would say the change is much noticeable.
What's your dream job?
So my dream job to become a general manager in a franchise. So yeah. In a
Thank
franchise
you.
business work.
Thank you. That is the end of part 1. Now part 2. We are going to role play some situations. I want you to start or respond. Situation 1. We are friends. I start. I want to borrow your camera for a few days. Would you lend me your camera?
Yeah, sure. When he wants to land.
I want it for 7 days.
Okay, that's fine. You can take. I'm not doing anything with camera in next few days. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Next
You're
situation.
welcome.
I'm your boss. You want
Hello, boss.
promotion. You start.
Mhm. Hi, boss. I've been working with you from long time, and as you know, I'm very dedicated worker, and so prefer I would like a promotion to I would like a promotion. Would you able to give me?
All right, I'll think about it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next situation. We are classmates and you haven't done your homework. You start.
Hello, Jenna. I forgot to done my homework, which was given by Miss Anna yesterday. Have you done your one?
Yes, I have, but I haven't completed it yet.
Okay, could you help me with finishing my homework, please?
Yes, of course I can. I think we can complete it together. Do you have some time?
Yeah, sure, let's do it.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. I work in a shop and I've given you the wrong change. You start.
Excuse me, hi there. I supposed to get £3 back from you as I give you £5 and my sandwich cost £7. So could you have a look on it, please?
Oh, yes, my bad. Apologies. Here's your change.
Oh, that's fine. Take it easy. Thank you.
All right. All right. Thank you. This is the end of part 2. Before I proceed, I want to tell you that in every sentence there's a grammatical error. You know, forms of verbs are incorrect. There's like I
Okay.
gave you, or maybe the previous word also. When you will re-listen to it, okay? I would want you
Yeah.
to work on it a little bit. Just be vigilant with it. I'm sure this will
Mm-hmm.
improve your score. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you. This is
Okay.
the end of part 2. Now let's begin with part 3. Now, part 3. In this part of the test, we are going to discuss something together. All right? Our class is
Mm-hmm.
presenting a project called Communicating in the 21st Century. Here is your task sheet. Let's ask and answer questions to help us decide which types of communication will still be popular in 50 years from now. I'll start. I think
Okay.
50 years from now, people would still be making video and audio calls. What do you say?
Yes. So video call and audio call be, became very famous in last few decades, and I believe it it can keep the same interest in public after few decades even. So I would say it's a very good communication method. And then I would say people love nowadays people still write letter to someone, to their loved one, because uh letter letter is a communication method which been used from from long time. So people people still loving it, and it will keep carry on, I would say. What do you think? And
I don't
do you
think
think?
so. I don't think people will start. People would write letters. I don't think so because people would prefer to communicate through maybe text messages or video calls, audio calls, or audio messages. I don't think so. People would be inclined towards writing letters.
Okay, because it's just because I know audio call and text message reduce time and it's easy to communicate, but still though people will write letter to their loved one in
Don't think
future,
so.
I
They'll be
believe.
posting those letters. I don't think so. 50 years from now, people won't be posting letters.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, and I think uh what's the other method?
Do you think in the future people would be having one-on-one, face-to-face conversations?
Yes, face-to-face conversation is crucial. Uh, so doesn't matter is I believe it doesn't matter is after 50 years or 100 years, face-to-face conversation would be still there.
Do you think in the future people would still be sending handmade cards?
I don't think so because as everything is going to online nowadays, communication and all the stuff is online nowadays. People would prefer to send wishes, birthday text to their loved one by online, like text message, WhatsApp, rather than the handmade wish
But
letters.
I think in the future people would still be sending emails. What do you say?
Yes, email is still popular, and it will people will. It's a good method, I would say, to uh, sending information, sending an email is good method. People people nowadays use email to pass the information one to one. So I would say it will
Yeah,
keep
that's right.
interest.
So I think
And
we've come to a decision here that 50 years from now, there is one thing that's very certain that people will be using audio and video calls to communicate.
yeah, people definitely.
Yeah, that's right. Along with that, probably in-person conversations and emails would remain the most popular
Yeah.
mode of communication in the future.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You are supposed to say all these things, not me.
Yeah, I can realize, but I I don't know how to carry on these things.
Okay, anyways, you did a good job in the beginning, but you still have to lead the conversation as much as you can.
Okay. Like I couldn't ask you anything to get your
You
opinion that
could, you
what
could, you could, but who would give the concluding remarks? Who will
I
talk
need
more?
to
You
know.
can say, "Don't you think it's all right?" Yeah, I would say, "Yeah, it's okay." No, it's not okay, but still, okay, let's think about in-person conversation. What do you think about it? I think this is you ask a person, "What do you think about it?" If the other person
Okay,
doesn't,
well, there I have a question.
yes.
In the sign you give me you showed me there's some picture, so I couldn't get the exact meaning of the sign. So how could I talk about them? Like you circled, one was email and stuff, and another one is face to face. So I couldn't
You're just
recognize them.
comprehending. You're not, there's nothing exact on it. You're just keeping the conversation going. Even I did not know what she was doing. How would I know
Yeah,
she's
but
writing emails
I
or what?
need the idea, I need the idea or point
Yes, of
that I need
course.
to
You
talk.
just need to tell that, okay, whatever you can see, you have to say that, okay, where you see two people talking to each other, that is in person conversation. look, they have given us a task that in the future, how would people communicate? So as soon as you think of how would people communicate, the ways people communicate would come to your mind, not pastries and biryani. You get that?
Okay, if she shared her screen like you and give me the option, and do I need to cover all of this option,
See,
or if I
3 minutes
skip
are
one of
a
these,
lot. I
is it
would
okay?
just suggest 3 minutes are a lot. So distribute your thoughts so that you can say
Okay.
more and make less mistakes. Because when you will keep reiterating, this means repeating the same thing, how would you convince a person? That's why I suggest my students to talk for apologies, I think you can't hear me. I think I suggest my students to take that approach, multiple points.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, good.
This is part 4. You are
Mm-hmm.
going to talk about something for 1.5 minutes. Your topic
Mm-hmm.
is your life before you started school. You have 30 seconds to write down any points if you wish.
Okay.
Your topic is your life before you started school. Yes, please start speaking.
Oh, time is finished.
30 seconds only, not 30 minutes. 30 seconds are gone in like blink of an eye. Okay.
Okay. Could you ask me the question again, please?
Your
Sorry.
life before you started
Mm-hmm.
school.
Okay. So yeah, before I started my school, I was very young. I started my school when I was 6 years old. So before I started school, my my life was was not that much complicated. I wouldn't say complicated because on that time I used to play with my family members, my grandmas, with my granddad, and I started learning a bit with my mom, like alphabet, uh, stuff like this. And when I started my school, I became more organized. As you know, when you go to school, you need to maintain routine, you need to do homework and stuff. So the difference between my school after joining school and before start my school was very big. Um, so yeah, is it finished?
Okay. You spoke for 1 minute. Thank you. You spoke for 1 minute and 28 seconds. Now I'll ask you some follow-up questions. Have you got photos from the time before you started school?
Could you repeat the question, please? Have
Have
I got
you
what?
got photos from the time before you started school?
Sorry, I didn't catch the word. Could you paraphrase it for
Have
me?
you got photos
Oh
from the
yeah.
time before you started school?
Yes, I got loads of photo before I started school. When I was younger, uh, I went lots of place with my family, with my mom and dad, and we had lots of memories and pictures. Yeah.
Do you think children start school at the right age?
Yes, they should. Because, education is significant for a for a man in his life. So starting education in right age could help him to become a successful in right time. So I would say yes, it's really
How
important.
how did you feel about starting school?
Well, for me, I was very excited because I I watched school in cartoon only on that time. So I heard school is fun. If you go to school, you can make friend and stuff. So from that time, in that time I was really excited. Yeah.
All right. What things can children learn better at home than at school?
All right. So I would say manner. Manner is very important in human life, which they can learn in school, but I would prefer to learn. I would say it's better to learn at home
Mm,
because um mm, yeah, I would say they can learn it from home mm, because mom and dad can teach their children how to treat their brother, elder brother, younger brother, so they can learn it from home. And it's manner, I would say, they can learn
thank
from home.
you, Shah Jahan. This is the end of the exam. Your speaking score is 42 today. Oh, it should